Day 587, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. So, listened again to what Travis Partington had to say, and I still haven't heard his guest. So, I will probably revisit this one more time. His thoughts were that there's too much concentration on the 22. It's 22 everything, and I have to agree and disagree. The problem is real. I see it every day, and those of you sitting on the edge of the cliff are living it every day. So there is that aspect of it. We do have people in crisis. We do have people that are taking their lives because they are not being helped. Excuse me. There are people that are contemplating ending their life because they can't handle what's going on in their life. And then we throw in all these veterans groups that are trying so hard to do good. I'm part of a few of them. And this is, we are where the rubber meets the road in many cases. If they have social media and they're in these groups, they're reaching out for help when they need it. Now, is there some people that abuse it, as in that they just want attention? I think so. But we also have a bunch, much more than the attention seekers, that are literally hanging on by a fingernail and hoping somebody will come in and rescue them because they're reaching out. And we try to do a good job reaching out, but everybody's got their own lives. It's hard to, there's how do I want to put this? Everybody is involved in their life, and they are trying to live their life. And there's some people that are really dedicated to the 22 and trying to prevent it. That they're not really in their own family. They're always online. They're always fighting. And I was one of them. I've pulled back a little bit just for my family's sake and my own mental health. I got to get back to the course here. The problem is real. I mean, there's no other way to say it. And there's a lot of organizations that are working towards helping provide resources for people that need help, that are put, for whatever reason, are struggling financially and need the help to get back. And financial worries can really, really set you back, and then a lot of these groups do the same thing. They become a clearinghouse of resources to try and help, whether it's mental health help, financial help, food help, you name it. There's a lot of homeless veterans that still have access to, whether it's Wi-Fi through a phone that they have, or whether they are able to pay for a plan and still, they're still on the streets. The bottom line is this problem is huge, and there's a lot of people dedicated to trying to fix it. Now, it's a huge problem. Now, is there too much concentration on the 22? Well, you're trying to save a life. Is there too much concentration on trying to save a life? I don't know. That's a question that you have to ask yourself. Like I said, I pulled back not because I don't care. I pulled back because it was starting to affect me. And I have to be able to provide for these guys in this house and my daughter in New York. So I have to draw that fine line on what I do. Sometimes I exceed that line, and then I have to pull back some when it gets to be too much. I now try my damnedest to put my phone down during dinner. When I'm out, it's a little different. I do put the phone down then, but at home, I feel it's a place where I can just go and do what I want, because it's my house. But my kids have pointed out that I'm spending more time on the phone than I am with them. So I pulled back to dedicate my family time to my family as much as I can. Now, as the scope of the big picture, if somebody is in these groups and they're not into trying to save somebody, it might not be the best place for them to be. And if they pull back, they will probably find that their life becomes a little bit more positive. These groups can be very negative, also toxic. The people, when they're struggling, will try to bring people down with them. It's kind of like that drowning person out in the middle of the ocean or out just off the edge of the beach. They're drowning, you go out to help them, and they try to drag you down because they're panicking. It's the same concept. But these groups, there's a lot of negativity, and I try with these videos to bring some positivity, some strategy, some planning, some, and a good attitude to try to help people pull themselves out. Now, like I said, if somebody is not into that aspect of the 22, then maybe some of these groups are not for them. There's plenty of unit groups and stuff like that where you can be in and not have to worry about this so much. But like I said, the problem's immense. You're going to find it. And if there's a veterans group, there's somebody going to say they're struggling. There's somebody going to say that they're on the edge and that they don't know what to do. So it's something that you can't really shield yourself from on social media in veterans groups, because, as I said, the problem is big. I'm no expert. I'm by far not an expert. I just try to use some common sense and try to tell you how I see it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and you can tell me. I'm a big boy. I put my big boy pants on, and I can take an ass chewing with the best of them. But the bottom line is the problem is big. Negativity is big in the community, just because, especially the 22 community, just because of the nature of the problem. It's not, nobody's like, I'm gonna commit suicide, yay. There's no fun in that aspect of their life. So the negativity is heavy, and there's not much that can be done about that until somebody pulls themselves off the edge of the cliff, does that about face, walks back into their life, and can handle their stuff. I had to do it, and I would say it ranks in the top 5 battles of my life. The top one was recovering from the open heart. That was a bitch. Bottom line is, we need people that are positive influences in their own lives to bring their positivity to these groups and try to spread that and try to show people that, hey, yeah, you can come back from this and you can have a successful life. So while the negativity is large, the positivity has to be larger. So I'll probably address this later on down the line once I listen to that guest and get a better gist of what he meant. Well, anyway, thanks, Travis, for giving me a topic for the day. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy my response. Oh. Back this morning complaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky. 1 for the infantry. 1 for the fallen. Don't sleep wrong. It hurts. Oh, all right. So YouTube, that _push-up_ guy tough. Facebook, my personal page, 20 veterans Facebook groups. I would appreciate it if you would share it. And if you can't share it from the group you find it in, please come to my main page and share from there. If you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There is absolutely zero shame and getting help if you need it. Do what you got to do to be here. Do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. Tough out.